Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new series called Hidden Christmas. As always, my hope is that you have fantastic conversations and the conversations that you enjoy together not only bring you closer engaged to the material that you're talking about, but more closely engaged and intertwined with each other. It's our goal that the life group that you're a part of really is messy, but messy in a good way. The kind of relationships that you develop and experience and enjoy inside the circle that you're sitting in right now, we want it to be the kind of relationships that are true and vulnerable and authentic and encouraging and accountable, where you really are doing life together, not simply doing a study together. Now, I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving a week ago. I know that for many of us, it was very different than what we expected. And now we're going into Christmas, and Christmas might be very different than what we expected. Some of us, our optimism might be high. Some of us, our optimism might be pretty low. Where do you land on that? Where do you find yourself on that spectrum? As we kick off with our very first week, we're talking about a light has dawned. Light is a word that's used a lot in both the Old and New Testament. It's a word that's used to describe God. It's a word that's used to describe Jesus and his kingdom. What does that actually mean? Well, it's figurative. And really what it means is that truth and goodness and beauty have come to us in Jesus. And his truth and his goodness and his beauty dispels the darkness. And the darkness is essentially evil and ignorance. In a sense, Christmas is a very offensive holiday. In a very real sense, Christmas might be the most offensive, not simply the most optimistic, but really the most offensive time of the year. It is God's message to us, wrapped in gentleness, wrapped in joy, wrapped in love, but it's a message to us that you are in the darkness and darkness is in you. We are in the darkness is in all of us. And we need the light, and we can never get it on our own. Christmas is both a message of joy and love from God, but it comes with this realization that we cannot do this on our own. We cannot save ourselves on our own. We cannot make our way into the light on our own. We cannot have truth and goodness and beauty on our own. That we need him to do for us what we could never do for ourselves. We are utterly dependent on his gracious and his kindness. Now that's good news, but it really starts with bad news. And so as we go into this Christmas season, especially during a time of COVID where people are experiencing disappointment and things aren't always what we want them to be, what I'm saying is let's lean into that and let's talk about that together. And maybe there is deeper joy and deeper encouragement for us this Christmas than in any Christmas past, because never before has it been so obvious to so many people that we are in over our heads and we need God to do for us what we could never do for ourselves. And so as you lean in and as you talk and as you laugh and as you discuss and as you encourage and pray for one another, let's fight the cultural temptation to escape into blind optimism. And instead, let's let the true light of Christmas illuminate our perspective, illuminate our understanding, illuminate our gratitude for all that God has given us. Let's be honest about the darkness in our world and the darkness that's in us. Let's talk about real disappointment. And let's talk about then what only Christ can do. I hope you have a fantastic conversation. We'll see you next week.